Welcome. In this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the AWOW Mini PC AK series. So if you find this video helpful, I'll put a link to this in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So this is a mini PC, it comes with Windows on it, but my plan I think is to install pfSense on this eventually, because this has a nice feature on it that it has 2 network ports on it. But before that I'm going to check out Windows on it and just see how it runs. But I'll be doing that in a separate video. So here it says 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 LAN ports, 4K UHD, 2.5-inch SSD, Intel CPU, Windows 10. The processor in this is an Intel N3450. When I peeled the sticker away it says void. I'm not sure what I'm voiding at this point. Maybe just the ability to call it new. So here's the computer itself. It has metal on the sides and bottom. It looks like plastic at the top. Here's some tips. It says use the correct power supply. Do not cut off power during the first settings. The Windows license is built into the device. If you want to use the offline account to set up Windows during the first setting, please do not connect to the internet. Okay, has rubber feet here. It's almost hard to tell what the front is, but the power typically comes out the back, so this would likely be the front, I guess. So we have DC 12 volts power in, USB 3, 2 HDMI ports, and they're full size, so that's really nice. We have 4 more USB 3 ports here. Looks like the power button, micro SD card slot, the 2 LAN ports, and these are gigabit, and the headphone port, and a vent here. So we have a little package here with a quick start guide. Let me open this first. This I think is just the power supply. Looks like there's a cable in there too. So here's the power supply. The output is 12 volts at 300 milliamps, HDMI cable. Here we have some different things. We have a quick start guide, so it pretty much says plug it in. And here's more specs on here. The wireless is 802.11 AC and Bluetooth 4.0. We've got a couple of adapters here, some screws, warranty card. So this looks like a SATA adapter, and then this looks like it plugs into this. So I don't know exactly what that is for. So I'm going to see how we can open this up and take a look at the insides. Okay, so it looks like the screws are under the feet, which I could have assumed, but I wanted to double check. So these are self-adhesive pads. So this doesn't look like it has a mount like a VESA mount to mount it on the back of a monitor. I see 2 screw holes here, but I don't see like a plate. I'm sure someone could make one pretty easily. So I'm using my Epson toolkit to open this. Okay. So here's the inside. So I thought this had a SATA SSD, but it actually has an M.2 NVMe SSD. It's a 4C, I don't know that brand, but you can put a 2.5-inch drive here, and that's what that adapter is for. So you have the screws to screw it into here, you have the connector to connect it down here, and the adapter. So you can see the CMOS battery is there plugged in on the top, easy to get to. I'm guessing there's a Wi-Fi card under here. There's a sticker over the screw. There was a sticker over the screw. So there's the Wi-Fi card. It's a 7265 NGW. So I was actually hoping to remove the Wi-Fi card because I don't think I'll need it for what I'm using it for, but it doesn't look like they made it very easy. They've kind of glued it on there. So I'll probably just leave it in place. And this SSD is not an M.2 NVMe SSD. This is an mSATA SSD. So if you want to put more storage in here, there's not much reason to go with another card since it's going to support the same speed as a 2.5-inch drive, and the 2.5-inch drives are more readily available. Now for my purpose of using this as a router, the 128 gigabyte drive should be beyond plenty. Although I may put a second drive in so I can keep Windows on the one drive. So I was curious if anything was under here, so I took out these 4 screws, and they're kind of difficult. So this is aluminum, and the screws seem to have stripped out, so I was unscrewing them and I keep turning them, and they weren't rising up out of the holes. So I actually took this little tool and I slid that under the screw while I unscrewed, and I was able to pry it up and out. So I can't say this has the best manufacturing tolerances, but I was able to take this out partially. It's tethered to the top with some leads for the antennas. Let's see if I can show it in here. So this is what's on the back side here, and you can see it has the leads for the antennas and it has a fan. So there's no user upgradable memory here. There's a big aluminum heatsink there, but otherwise there's not really much else on the bottom that you can service. So I'm going to install this second drive in here. So this is a Samsung SSD. Looks like it fits best with the circuit board down, which would be correct because this connector will fit in like such. I'm going to plug all this in now. So this cable does not show which side goes where, so I'll just try it. Okay, that seemed to work. It's kind of a tight fit though, I don't know. So now I can put that in here. I'm using the screws that came with the package. I'm having trouble getting these screws in all the way, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I'll plug in the connector. So the way this is situated, this is kind of backwards, so that will twist and then fall into place. There we go, and then I just replace the feet and I'm done. So that's the AWOW AK34 mini PC. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. If I make any future videos, I'll put a link in the description to those. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.